Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer.
But who is he?
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer.
And who is he?
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer.
And what he do?
And it's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, board-certified criminal defense lawyer with our content genius and all-around handsome guy, Michael Rivers. So today we're reacting to a little bit of news in the YSL case. Young Thug, Young Slime Life. Now there's only 7 defendants left. Can't remember how many there were originally, like 24 or 28 or something like that. There were quite a few defendants, and there's only 7 left. But there was kind of some hubbub and some other stuff going on in that case that we want to talk about. But before we get to that, guess what? This is brought to you by your grandma's eSign.com. eSign.com. Let's say your grandma is down in your basement eating Cheetos in her Cheeto-stained underwear, and she decides, you know what, I need to buy a motorcycle, but I'm barely able to get out of my chair. So she's got her laptop there, she looks online, and she decides to buy a motorcycle, and she needs to sign the purchase agreement. Guess how you do it when you can't leave the basement? You e-sign it, eSign.com. eSign.com, a very effective way to remotely do business. I use it all the time in retainer agreements, and sometimes family members need a power of attorney done. It's very easy to do. You can get business done quickly. You can seal a deal. Say, look, I'm not going to have you meet me in person. I want to do this deal right now. I'm going to email you the agreement. It'll have an e-sign at the bottom. Boom, we're done. It's easy. It's if it's not e-sign, no one signs. And they're a really good outfit. They're super loyal to our channel. If you download the app and you get three free signatures a month, you can't go wrong. So eSign.com, very effective way to remotely do business. And let me tell you something about the Contracts Council that we did kind of a stint with those guys. We recruited over 100 lawyers to work for ContractsCouncil.com. Just amazing. So I want to appreciate you guys for responding to those ads. And I want to appreciate you guys. If you need some kind of agreement, go to eSign.com. They're very solid and they support us. That way, I want you guys to support them, okay? eSign.com. All right. Young Thug is one of 7 defendants left in this trial. Remember Gunna? He took a deal. A lot of these other guys took a deal. But there was some really kind of crazy shit that happened. So there is a guy that was in this case, YSL Polo. Now, he's been convicted of 2 murder cases where he's got life sentences on both. So they've dropped him from the case. And let me just read to you a motion filed by Jeffrey Williams, Young Thug's lawyer. Well, no, Jeffrey Williams is Young Thug. But Jeffrey Williams, Young Thug, his lawyer filed a motion. Jeffrey Williams, by and through undersigned counsel, hereby files this motion to sever, that means to separate, parties in the above referenced case, wrote his attorney Brian Steele in the motion. In support of this motion, Mr. Williams shows as follows. Mr. Williams is innocent of all charges, so we believe that, and presumed innocent. And in the above referenced indictment, Mr. Dorsey, a co-indictee, has displayed unprofessional and unacceptable conduct in court in the presence of this honorable as announced on the record Thursday, August 31st, 2023. So, think about it this way. If somebody's already serving 2 life sentences, what more can be added to the public good by including them in this? All they can do is be a shit show, and I'll show you why. Let's look at his machinations in court. There's a couple. What the fuck is he doing? You know, he's got his shirt on, he's in jury selection, and he's acting like a fool. I mean, look at, he's just mugging the camera, and he's just kind of, man, look at me, baby. So, and hang on, there's another one here too. Let's see, let's look at the other one. His lawyer's standing there making an argument.
I'll deal with that accordingly, but your client, I notice, has been doing the same behavior, and I believe Judge Adams inquired into it as well. So
now, is this real or is it Memorex? I mean, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I mean, normally you would have somebody like that be evaluated for a mental health issue, right? My guess is, and this is
I
the
don't
judge.
believe that he may be doing just for the purposes of just drawing attention to himself. But of course, sir, as you are well aware, I'm duty bound to consider whatever it is you want to tell me. But your client's nodded in affirmance. He just has some extra movements that the court is noticing, and he's done that the entirety of this particular proceeding. So
He's acting really fucking weird. And it's, I think it's just him, he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit because he's already doing 2 life sentences anyway. Somebody like this would be so disruptive. And so, let's just
he
finish
hasn't
this
said
up.
anything up to this point in time, so I'm going to assume that that's something that you and he are working through.
Yeah, and then on Tuesday, what time are we on Tuesday?
9 o'clock, yeah, let's see.
Jesus Christ.
Hold on, wait 1 second. Tuesday the 6th?
The 5th.
The 5th? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I apologize.
What do you do when your client's acting like a fool like that? And who knows why he's acting like that? Is he doing it intentionally to be disruptive? Or has he really got something going on upstairs? Either way, Fannie Willis, who's or Fannie Willis, however you pronounce her first name, is the prosecutor in this case. Same one as Trump. And when you have, like we started out, how many defendants? And now there's only 7. You don't want that distraction. And there's very little that she can get at by including him in the case. So they're still in jury selection. I can't believe they haven't finished jury selection yet. But this guy who's the complete nut job, he's gone. So that leaves 7 people left. Now, they've gotten 2 convictions, 2 murder convictions against this guy, YSL Polo, and they're looking at, a life sentence for Young Thug, for Mr. Williams. Let's just watch one of the news clippings and see what the news is on it.
Tonight we are following some new details in the ongoing YSL RICO trial. While most of the attention has understandably been on Jeffrey Williams, known as rapper Young Thug, his co-defendants are proving to be just as important in the case.
Yeah, so 11 Alive's Brittany Klein Peter has more on the latest motion filed to remove one of Young Thug's co-defendants from the courtroom.
Young Thug's attorney Brian Steele gave me this copy of the motion that he filed on Friday asking for Cordarius Dorsey, also known as YSL Polo, to be removed from the trial due to his inappropriate behavior in the courtroom.
So when you file a motion to sever, that means you want to separate yourself from the pack. And you have to have grounds for it. There can't be any kind of frivolous. You can't just do it because you want to do it. So, for example, Dorsey has 2 murder convictions, and if he is on trial and if he testifies, those murder convictions come into play, and he can be cross-examined about those. They can't be used in Young Thug's case. Moreover, you've got the situation where you've got a guy acting like a complete nut job. And that's going to affect your case.
Alleging that his conduct could impact Young Thug's chance at a fair trial.
It took just hours for rapper Young Thug's legal team to file a motion to remove YSL Polo after he was seen acting like this in court on Thursday.
And you're wondering if he's serving a life sentence, why does he have street clothes on? Oh. You're wondering if he's serving 2 life sentences, why does he have street clothes on? Well, he's got street clothes on because and they're in jury selection. This is happening during jury selection. And you have the right to be presented before a jury as though you're not in custody. You have a constitutional right to that. So Mr. Dorsey is in street clothes because he's in custody, but the jury is not supposed to really know that. So that's why. And so when you go to sever, I mean, this guy's a nut job. He's going to fuck my case up.
The motion reads that Mr. Dorsey displayed unprofessional and unacceptable conduct in the courtroom. It goes on to say that Mr. Dorsey, during a separate trial, used movements with his hands to threaten the prosecutor as well as the jurors.
It's not just what's legal, the evidence, the lack of evidence. It's the way people act. It's body language, facial expression. All of that makes a difference in a courtroom.
Daryl Cohen is a defense attorney who isn't involved in the YSL case, but says this move could both extend and shorten criminal proceedings in what has already been a months-long process just to seat a jury.
It may shorten this trial by just a little bit, but it will necessitate an additional trial that will take a great deal of time.
Cohen adds that even if the judge denies the motion, it's a strategic move.
Now, this happened. This report came out before Fannie Willis's decision to yank him all together. So she's not going to retry him again on the RICO.
Judge Glanville does not grant a motion to sever. Then if this defendant or any or all of the defendants are convicted, then he has another piece of evidence on appeal to say it was not a fair trial.
Jury selection in this case started in January of this year. And
so that's a good point. If he is included and he's doing all this shit during your trial, you can say, look, I had no control over this. I should get a new trial. And guess what Fannie Willis did? She took that argument away. They will not have that on appeal. And we'll see you later.
One has been seated. Reporting in downtown Atlanta, Brittany Klein-Peter.
So that's our little update on the YSL case. I suspect they're going to have a jury seated very, very soon, and we'll follow it and we'll see what happens. Innocent until proven guilty. That's what I say. So we'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers with our content genius, Michael Rivers, and we'll see you next time. Make sure you subscribe, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter. Perhaps you should sign up for Patreon and do some good work there. See you next time on Criminal Lawyer Reacts.
Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away. Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away. 23-hour lockdown, please, is that my God.